Congratulations for your result and welcome to this new academic year. You can see that we have started with online classes so that your study don't suffer in this lockdown, and we expect the same from you, that you take care of yourself and give your time to your studies as well. So today in the physics class we'll start with the topic motion. If you see around, you will find objects which don't change their position and objects which change their position. The object which change their position with respect to the surrounding are said to be in motion, and the objects which do not change their position with respect to the surrounding and are static are said to be at rest. For example, a book lying on the table, a chair in your room, an almirah in your room, the bed in your room, the trees outside, the building outside. You don't find them changing their position with the surrounding or in any given time. These objects are said to be at rest. While some other objects like a vehicle moving on the road, a man walking in the street, a bus moving on the road, a kite flying in the sky, a bird flying in the sky. These objects change their position with respect to the surrounding and in the given time. These objects are said to be in motion. So with respect to the position, there are two types of objects. One at rest and the other in motion. You can see there, rest and motion. These two terms are related to each other. To define one, we have to take the help of the other. Say for example, I say that the boy is moving on the road. We conclude this that the boy is moving on the road, the boy is in motion, comparing it with the surrounding. That is, the buildings around, the trees around, the car which may be standing there, or the bench there, or anything over there which is not in motion. Comparing the two, we conclude that the boy is in motion or any other object is in rest position, comparing it with the surrounding. So these two terms are related terms. I'll take one more example to explain it. Let there be a boy sitting on a bench in a park and the other boy sitting inside a moving bus. The boy who is sitting on the bench in the park see that bus moving, so he finds that the bus is in the state of motion. For him, the bus is moving with respect to his surrounding, which are at rest. His position is at rest, he is not moving, the building over there is not moving, the road is not moving, the trees around are not moving, but he finds that the bus is changing its position, so the bus is in motion. While the other boy who is sitting inside the bus, for him the bus is at rest. For him, what is moving are the things which are outside the bus. That is, it could be that bench on which the boy is sitting, it could be the buildings, it could be the trees, it could be the car which is parked there, it could be anything which is outside the bus. For him, all these things are moving, but in the direction opposite to his. So, for the same object, that is the moving bus, it depends upon the observer that what is the position of the object. For the first observer, that is the boy who is outside the bus sitting on the bench, for him the bus is in the motion. What is his position? What is the position of the bus? The bus is in motion. But for the boy who is sitting inside the bus, for him the bus is at rest. So for two different observers, and the object being the same, their observations are different for the same object. So we conclude that the position of the object, that is at rest or in motion, depends upon the observer and their surrounding. That's why these two terms, the rest and motion, are said relative to each other. Now coming on the types of motion, I've listed them down. They are translatory motion, rotatory motion, circular motion, oscillatory motion, and vibratory motion. Now these motion could be later said to be periodic or non-periodic motion. We classify them later as periodic and non-periodic motion. Coming to the first type of motion, that is translatory motion. Translatory motion, when every particle of the object travels the same distance in the same given time, then the object is said to be in the translatory motion. The translatory motion could be further divided into two types, rectilinear and curvilinear. The name itself says what could be the type of the motion. Rectilinear. Rectilinear motion means the motion which an object covers in a straight line. The object is moving in a straight path, then that is called a rectilinear motion. Say for example, a car moving on a straight road with the same speed is said to be in rectilinear motion. But the same car, if it takes a curve there on a curved road, is moving on a curved road, then that motion is said to be curvilinear motion. The example for translatory motion, a car moving on a straight road, anything falling from a height. These are the examples of your rectilinear motion. For curvilinear motion, a car moving on a curved path is said to have curvilinear motion. Children, revise this topic, revise the subtopics which are covered, and you will be sent a worksheet on this topic. Go through it, try to solve those questions, and that will be a help for you in revising the topic. So all the best for the worksheet, and take care, stay safe, and learn more things. Utilize this time to your best.